may be true that every island in the Mediterranean has already been charted, but some of us have a burning desire to see them for ourselves anyways. With the Magellano collection, Azimut created the crossover concept to free the navigator from the wiles of weather and at the same time provide modern standards for beauty and comfort envisioned by world-renowned designers. Just over a decade after the launch of the first model, the Flagship is here to write the next chapter in this story of 21st century innovation. Allow me to present the Magellano 30M. The wide walkways flanking the yacht are absolutely safe, protected from the waves by these 80-centimeter bulwarks. Despite her ample dimensions of 30 meters length overall and 7 meters beam, the Magellano 30M offers more than her fair share of living areas on board. With 5 guest staterooms, each one has its own ensuite bathroom, plus a dayhead and the master suite on the main deck. And that's in addition to comfortable private accommodations for up to 5 crew. But nowhere on board does the sense of space shine so bright as here on the main deck. It's partly thanks to the incredible use of glass, starting with the infinity terrace right here, which renders the stern of the yacht completely transparent so that we have a perfect 270-degree view that can even be appreciated from within the main salon. Azimut's engineers carefully studied the positioning of all the technical systems to allow for a level of glazing never before possible on a yacht. You see, where we normally find a full-height furnishing, here we have glass corners that transform the main salon from an interior space to an oversized platform on the sea. And it's served by the central bar cabinet, which also serves to gently distinguish the 2 regions of the room between the aft lounge and the formal dining forward. Being that she is a half-daughter of the nautical tradition, the Magellano 30M has to offer a banquet-ready dining arrangement. And it's even more pleasant thanks to the sophisticated selection of materials. And while we're here, let's get a closer look at a detail many will actually overlook. This door is responsible for separating all the parts of the yacht dedicated to the crew, including the pantry, the galley, and the crew quarters forward. But they can get anywhere they need to serve using the side doors, which connect throughout the yacht, including the upper deck helm station. It's the perfect way to let guests enjoy their time on board without being disturbed and to allow the crew to work uninterrupted. The unexpected geometries we've seen certainly ignite the imagination, but it's not quite enough to prepare us for the majesty that we will discover in the master suite. Welcome to the lobby of the master suite. Charming portholes are cut into the stone surface, acting as a cue to the nautical history that lies behind the Magellano. And it's a perfect spot to get dressed before heading out, thanks to the full-height mirrors, 3 separate armoires, and across, all the drawer storage that you'll ever need for long stays on board. Let's head into the main room. Immediately upon entering, it's clear that natural light is the protagonist of this space, spreading across and illuminating this full beam, wide body sanctum of relaxation. To starboard, we have a vanity with unparalleled views, and to port, the perfect spot to just sit down and drink it all in. But the bathroom is something really special, cut completely out of natural stone and with a double sink that shares a basin. There's something romantic about that, isn't there? The enclosed portion of the upper deck is shared between the Skylounge and the Wheelhouse, but the 2 can be separated with the push of a button. There are 2 options for the propulsion on board the Magellano 30M. Both of them rely on manned drives in a twin configuration. The first has 1,550 horsepower each for a top speed of 20 knots, while the second raises the horsepower to 1,900 for a top speed that exceeds 23 knots. At a cruising speed of 12 knots, she can navigate over 1,200 nautical miles, and at a fast cruising speed of 16 knots, her range is approximately 500 nautical miles. The choice of shaft line drives is so important because the larger diameter of the propellers compared with pod propulsion mean that you always have the torque to push hard, not just for driving the yacht quickly, but also for powering through moderate seas, conditions where other yachts may have to abandon their journey. You only have to make a minor adjustment in speed. She's also the latest member of Azimut's growing collection of low-emission yachts, most importantly because of her dual-mode hull, designed as much for versatility and seaworthiness as for efficiency. The key feature of the dual-mode hull is the double chine, which means that whether she's cruising in displacement mode or semi-planing, she always has an efficient naval platform. In fact, at a cruising speed of 12 knots, she consumes just 60 liters per hour, and even at max speed, under 600 liters per hour. But it goes beyond that. There are implications for comfort as well. The same double chine serves to break up the impact of the waves across 2 steps, while the variable dead rise, which ranges from 30 degrees amidships to 45 degrees at the bow, slices through the waves, and the combined effect practically eliminates crashing. The other reason that the Magellano 30M qualifies as a low-emission yacht is because of the possibility to install hotel mode aboard, which means bringing a large lithium-ion battery pack of 100 kilowatts so that you can power all main systems with the generators switched off. No vibration, no sound, no emissions for up to 4 hours during the day or 8 hours at night when the systems draw a lot less energy. You'll probably come to know this space as the cinema area because where better to gather with family as it starts to get chillier in the evening and enjoy a nice film. As we head towards the exterior portion through these wide sliding doors, we emerge onto the yacht's hybrid deck. It's an indoor-outdoor, partly sheltered, partly exposed space which hosts a variety of ways to enjoy. For example, it's so pleasant to be able to have an al fresco eating experience even when there's a little bit of wind or weather, and same goes for relaxing on the lounge. But if you ask me, the crown jewel is the American bar. Now, I might be biased, but you tell me a nicer place to sip a drink. The aft part of this deck can be laid out as the owner prefers, with extra sunbathing or lounging, but keep in mind that you already have the entire bow lounge, which features an island of comfortable cushions to spread out on, and you can even have a hot tub right there. With the transom platform rotated down, the area to lounge is extended right in front of the waves, and you have your garage open, which can hold a 4.5 meter tender plus a jet ski. But at the end of the day, it's not just about the adventures, is it? It's just about staying close to the water. You see, every idea has its ultimate end, its fullest fulfillment, its final fruition. For the connoisseurs of yachting, Magellano ends in 30 metri.